So I think the song goes something like, I get by with a little help from my friends' Disney Plus accounts. Well, that's how it will go in 2021. Welcome to Inside 300, episode 16, presented by InsideTheMagic.com. I'm your host, Brian Perry. We only have 300 seconds with 5 stories to get to, including the return of single rider lines and Jack, the absolutely terrifying clown from HHN. But first, our biggest story is the Beatles heading to Disney Plus, which is relatively ironic, considering the fact that John Lennon, perhaps the most famous Beatle of all time, signed the contract to break up the band at the Polynesian resort. But that's a story for another day. As for now, let's start the clock. Disney Plus continues to push out hit after hit, whether it's Marvel, Star Wars, or an original documentary series like The Imagineering Story. This November, Disney will once again add to the already stacked lineup with the release of The Beatles Get Back, a new 3-episode series that will feature unreleased footage of the band's 1960s recording sessions. Peter Jackson of The Lord of the Rings directs the new doc that will quote-unquote showcase the warmth, camaraderie, and creative genius that define the legacy of the iconic foursome. Each episode is set to be 2 hours long, with the first one airing on November 25th. Fans won't have to wait long for the second and third episodes, as they'll follow suit over the next 2 days. This will undoubtedly be another huge product being produced for Disney Plus, as it continues to inch towards Netflix in the streaming wars. Disney says that the documentary is being made with the enthusiastic support of Paul McCartney, Ringo's star Yoko Ono, and George Harrison's wife Olivia. Here's a sneak preview, revealed a few months back before the official release date was announced.
Morning, everybody. Another bright day. Morning, Cameron.
Beatle George Harrison, above, is due in court here today to answer assault charges. Harrison is accused of assaulting a photographer last May as he and Beatle Ringo Starr left a nightclub. Hey!
Alright, we got some big news out of Universal Studios Orlando. The theme park destination announced that Jack the Clown is back for the 30th anniversary of Halloween Horror Nights. The frightening event that I'm absolutely terrified of runs on select evenings between September 3rd and October 31st. I would disintegrate from fear if I ever stepped foot into the popular event, but if you're interested in screaming your head off, being chased by chainsaws, and entering haunted houses, tickets are on sale now and start at $71. The Jurassic World Universal Takeover is in full swing. It all started with the Jurassic World paint job over in Universal Studios Hollywood when they rethemed the old Jurassic Park River Adventure. Then Velocicoaster opened down in Florida this month. Overseas in the unopened Universal Studios Beijing, Jurassic World is getting a dark ride. So to be clear, we're not talking about a river adventure or roller coaster, but instead a classic sit in a car, follow a track, see the sights and sounds attraction. The ride vehicle looks similar to Dinosaur or Indiana Jones at Disneyland. The name of the vehicle itself is the Atlas, or the All-Terrain Luxury Autonomous System. The fact that they've already put an emphasis on all-terrain tells me that this thing isn't going to be particularly smooth. Now we have photos inside the show building, showcasing the size of one of the carnivores you'll encounter on your right side. Promotional material features both the legendary T-Rex and the man-made Indominus Rex, so I'd assume you'll see both Dino Pals at some point on the attraction. There's also this statue of John Hammond, the creator of Jurassic Park. There's no official opening date for the park yet. It was supposed to open in May. It is still not open here in June, and Universal just lists a relatively vague 2021 on their website. Single rider lines are back at Walt Disney World as the parks continue chipping away at experiences that they had previously removed. With a quick snap of the fingers, Disney made the single rider queue vanish from the paused experiences page on their website. Single rider, of course, gives guests the opportunity to drastically cut the wait time for their favorite ride by going solo. On top of that, they might make a new friend because they'll be forced to be seated alongside a complete stranger. Disney World rides that are extra exciting when it comes to single rider experiences are Expedition Everest and Splash Mountain, because there are only 2 people seated per row, meaning you'll be forced to make undesirable small talk or sit in complete silence while placed 3 inches from another person. The only things remaining on the Pause Experience page are parades/shows and character greetings. With Happily Ever After getting ready to launch in a few weeks, let's hope that Parades follows quickly, and then some meet and greets. Loki's tremendous series premiere numbers comes as no surprise as the series gets set to release its third episode next Wednesday. Disneyland already took advantage of the hype surrounding the new show by debuting Loki's new look in the parks last week. Now it appears that there's another character from the show who you can meet at California Adventure, and no, it's not Owen Wilson, though you can kind of meet him right next to Avengers Campus. But it's Miss Minutes, the mascot of the TVA. The location is right next to Stage 17 and Monsters, Inc. To be clear, she is a statue, so don't go asking her for her autograph. Though I guess that would make for a funny picture. And that's going to do it for episode 16 of Inside 300, presented by InsideTheMagic.com. Thank you so much for watching. We appreciate all of you. If you like what you saw, be sure to subscribe and click that bell icon. This way you're notified every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday when we come to you live with brand new episodes. That's all for now. I'll see you next week. And as always,
Bye-bye.